Let's talk about Claire Holt, a fantastic actress, and today, our storm adventurer. It started as a perfect day. Sunshine, birds singing, Claire relaxing at home. But the peace was deceptive. The sky was plotting something big. Suddenly, the light faded. Clouds rolled in, dark and heavy. The birds vanished. The air thickened, tense with anticipation. Claire glanced outside, blue sky replaced by a swirling mass of storm clouds. This wasn't just rain. This was the mother of all storms. A shiver ran through her, not just fear, but excitement. Her heart raced. Most would hide, but not Claire. She saw a challenge, an adventure. Okay, Storm, she thought. Let's see what you've got. Instead of panic, a smile spread across her face. She was ready to be part of the action, to feel alive. Forget the iced tea and puppy pics. Claire had a date with a thunderstorm. The sky darkened by the second. The first rumble of thunder rolled in, like the opening credits of an epic show. Claire stood tall, ready for whatever the storm would bring. This wasn't just weather, it was an invitation. She accepted. The adventure was about to begin. The storm was coming for her, and she was ready. When a storm's coming, you don't just sit around, you prepare. Claire sprang into action, swapping style for practicality. Rain boots on, bright yellow raincoat zipped. She looked ready for anything. She filled a thermos with hot chocolate, because every adventure needs it. Flashlight? Check. Batteries? Double-checked. She secured her home windows locked, patio furniture inside, pets safe and cozy. Claire was a responsible adventurer. With her gear ready, she paused at the door, heart pounding. The wind howled, rain tapped the glass, a drum roll for her big moment. She looked in the mirror, nodded and whispered, "Let's do this." The adventure was officially on. She stepped outside, boots splashing, raincoat gleaming. The world was wild, but she was ready. No fear, just excitement. Claire was about to meet the storm head-on. She gripped her flashlight, took a deep breath. This was her moment. The storm was waiting, and so was she. Time to face the wild. Claire stepped onto her porch. The wind whipped her hair. Rain poured in sheets. The world was a symphony of chaos. Rain drumming, wind howling, leaves rustling. Then, crack! Lightning split the sky. Thunder shook the ground. The storm's power was overwhelming, but awe replaced fear. Lightning painted jagged art across the clouds. Claire counted the seconds between flash and boom, just like when she was a kid. She was in the heart of nature's show, better than any movie. The wind turned, rain sprayed her face. Did she run inside? No way. She laughed, pulled her hood tight, and sipped hot chocolate. Sweet warmth against the wild storm, a small act of defiance. You can't scare me, Storm, she thought. It was pure joy in the chaos. Claire was alive. The porch wasn't enough. Claire stepped into the downpour. Rain soaked her, but her yellow coat held strong. She spun, arms wide, dancing with the storm. It was just her and the wild weather, joyful, free. Suddenly, a gust of wind roared, recycling bins tumbled, branches snapped. A huge branch crashed down where she'd just been. Heart racing, she realized the storm was dangerous, not just fun. She scanned the yard, flashlight cutting through rain, alert for hazards. The dance was over. Now it was a real-life game of dodging debris. Claire's resolve hardened. She was careful, but determined. She wasn't just watching the storm, she was part of it. Outsmarting the wind, respecting the power, loving every second. This was adventure. Suddenly, calm. The storm paused, eye of the storm. Claire stood in the drizzle, catching her breath. Then, a faint meow. She scanned the yard, flashlight searching. Near the fence, under a bush, a tiny soaked kitten shivered. Claire's heart melted. The adventure had a new twist. She knelt, speaking softly, and scooped up the kitten, wrapping it in her coat. The kitten trembled, then purred, safe in her arms. Now Claire had a co-pilot. The storm would return, but she wasn't alone. Her mission had changed. Protect this little life. She hurried back inside, kitten cradled close. The adventure was no longer just hers, it was theirs. And the storm was only halfway done. Inside, Claire dried the kitten, made a cozy bed, and warmed some milk. The kitten, safe and fed, curled up and slept. The storm raged outside, but Claire felt braver, focused on her new friend. She watched the lightning, kitten by her side, feeling a deep connection. The storm faded, rain softened, and peace returned. Morning sunlight streamed in. The world outside was fresh, clean, and new. Claire stood on her porch, kitten in arms, surveying the post-storm world. She hadn't just survived. She'd embraced the chaos, rescued a life, and grown stronger. She was more than an actress. She was an adventurer, a storm dancer, a rescuer. The kitten purred, and Claire smiled. This was an adventure she'd never forget, and it was just the beginning.